Hello, hello, hello. Hey friends, Svava Brooks here. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. I was having some technical difficulties. I hope I don't lose anybody today. But like I said, if you're here watching the replay, thank you so much. My name is Svava Brooks. I'm abuse survivor coach, and I work one-on-one with adult survivors of trauma and love to encourage, support, celebrate as we work together on this healing journey to release our authentic self one day, one page at a time. So, hey friends, I was trying something new on YouTube today. If you're here and watching, please say hello. Please let me know you're here. I sent out a pre-scheduled link through YouTube. Could not get it to work, so my bad. There's something else that I need to do to figure out behind the scenes. So going live right here is way easier than for me to pre-schedule. Yes, thank you, Sue. Hey, Sue, maybe if I could ask a big favor. If you could capture this link and pop it in the Facebook group and perhaps even tag Peggy in it. She's been really trying to get on here live with us. And so I was trying to be helpful. And so I could not get it to work. So I'm hoping that they see my message. Hey, Wanda, thanks. Hey, friend, I was having trouble. I was just saying, and to my Periscope friends, sorry, not running the live chat right here since I am running the live chat over on YouTube. But if you'd like to come over and join the conversation and the chat, we'd love to have you. You can go to YouTube and search for the name of the book or my name, and you should be able to find us. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. This is where I do not like technology. Oh, they make it look so simple. And then I went onto YouTube, and it's like, how do you start a scheduled live stream? Couldn't find anything. So I kept pressing go live, no go. So here I am. Hey, Wanda. So again, my apologies. But how are you guys doing? How is summer going? What's new and good, as I call it? What's new and good? I see you laughing at me, Wanda. I just have to admit that my age and technology and my brain and just doesn't always work out, but I made it. I'm here. I showed up. So today we are talking about the journey to the heart. Thank you, Wanda. Yes, he did. That's exactly it. He's a Leo like you. He turned the big 5-0 this past weekend. Now he can't call me an old lady anymore. The next morning, I said, "Hey, old man, is it to be old?" All right, Sue. I appreciate it. Thank you for trying. Hey, Karen. That's you, Karen, right? Kyla, Karen. That's right. I showed up. I did my part. So thanks, Karen. I agree. I do think that's all we can do. Hey, Janet. That's what I thought, Karen. I thought it was you. Hey, Sharon. How are you doing? Any updates? Any news for us? Wanda, tell him I said, welcome to the fabulous, fabulous 50s. Yes, I will tell him. Because I think 40s was good, 50s, awesome. Awesome. I'm getting younger at heart every year. I'm like regressing in silliness and, you know, not taking myself so seriously anymore. We know what's important in life, right? I mean, it's moments like this that we get to hang out with our favorite people. That's what really matters, right? That's it. Sharon, no updates, no news until, okay, 8:16. All right, making a note of that. What else? Any more news? Any updates? Wanda, I'm excited about 60. It's right around the corner. No way, Wanda. You can't be turning 60. No way. And you too, Janet? No. No way. No way, my friends. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, you guys look so great. But I'm, I think age is just a number, right? People are, yeah, exactly. And the same for you, Sue. You don't seem like you're 70 plus. Oh my goodness. I would not have guessed, Wanda. I thought you were much closer to me in age. And same with you, Janet. That's great. Well, I hope you're doing something fun, Wanda. When are you meeting up with Donna? I don't know if Donna is here and watching, or Nora, or Rob, or who else? Denise, Nuff. I'm shouting out to everybody, the whole tribe. If you're here now or watching later, and my apologies if Peggy, if you're watching this later, I'm sorry. I couldn't get that link to work. I had good intentions for you, but I couldn't get it to work. I'm a youngin'. Well, I feel young at heart still. So speaking of youngin', took my son shopping for some shoes, and he wanted a t-shirt, and they had buy one, get one free, or buy one half off. And I'm like, those men's shirt look nice. So I got one. Got to look like the other teenagers. So Vicky, yes, shout out to Vicky. Oh my goodness, we miss you, Vicky. Rivka, you're meeting up with Rivka, right? Yay, that's it, Donna. I had the feeling you were there. So eyes on the road, no road rage. Stay in your lane. Glad you're here, friend. Glad you are here with us. So our topic today, Journey to the Heart, can be painful at times. I love that name. As you guys know, I named my first book, The Journey to the Heart, because that really felt like what the healing journey was all about, was to go from this head to the heart. So painful at times, yes, but worth every bit of it, right? Kicking and screaming. It's worth it. And what we are learning, right? We can't love others. Yes, we can be nice to others. We can be respectful. We can be caring. We can be loving. But to really, really fully give of ourselves love, right? There is a little drawbridge over here for many of us survivors, that unless we open up our hearts and open up our hearts for our love, for ourselves, can the love between us and other people feel conditional, uncertain, not trusting, or like it has an agenda? So trust me, we're all doing the best we can. We're all work in progress. But what we'd like to focus on, right, is the inner dialogue that very much kind of goes on right underneath our eyeballs, and quiet enough that we can't always hear it. But that inner critic that is constantly feeding, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not lovable, right? Yada, yada, yada. Enough already, right? Because what have we learned through some mindfulness is that often what we project or what we think and believe we put on other people, we project that out there by how we respond to people. And because we are so connected, my friends, the human race, we are connected, that the people in front of us, they can't help but respond. Not always, okay, this is not black or white, all or nothing, but often they can't help but respond back to us with what we project or what we believe, or the filter that we are perceiving ourselves and the world through. So we're going to go and talk about the two questions, and I'd love to hear from you on Periscope, or if you're here with us on YouTube, if you'd like to share with us in what way have you demonstrated your love for yourself this week, and if love for yourself feels too big. I don't know about you, for me, that was too big in the beginning. So in any way that you are turning your focus a little bit onto yourself in terms of kindness, self-care, self-respect. Hey, Wanda, nice. She says here, I used to disagree with you at first, but now I see the difference of doing out of obligation for approval and genuine love. I did out of so they won't be mad. Yes. I hear you, Wanda. I totally get it. I totally get it. Right? And love is, there's just so much we can pack in around love. What does love mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? What's an expression of love? What does it feel like? Right? So also you get to decide. But again, for me, like, I really wanted to understand love. And after having read lots of books, poetry, history, memoirs, right? A lot of people talk about love. It's like, what is love? So I think ultimately for me, right, you get to decide for you. I do believe we are here to learn to love, and we're here to love each other. And God is brilliant. Universe, whatever you believe in, is that when we truly fall in love with who we are, we can't help but bow at the feet of our fellow humans, because we love them. We honor them. We see their struggle as our struggle. So absolutely, I've come a long ways when it comes to, love. So anyways, back to our topic. Let me set this up for us. Today, we started here, I am worth it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it. This has to become our mantra throughout the healing journey, because sometimes it is hard and it's painful and sometimes feels even impossible, right? And I'd love to hear from you guys. Why does it feel impossible? You aren't alone in feeling that way. This work, the hard work, the hard heart work of healing is hard, right? It's hard work, and we have to keep showing up. Like I said here earlier, I'm here, I'm showing up, doing my part, and we keep having to show up and put in the best effort. And on some days, right, this is it. This is all I can put in for today. I'm being gentle with myself, just doing the best I can, and today, for whatever reason, that is enough. And the effort, right, that is going into you, into your healing and creating your best life is because you deserve it. Right? You deserve it. And that's what keeps you going on the worst days, when you can't seem to find your way out of the darkness, or remember why you started this journey. And of course, it's helpful to have a group like this. Some of us have been going through some hard times lately, and it's a relief when we can lean in and say, hey, I'm having a hard time today. Just here to let other people know so that I don't feel so alone. Because as we practice self-compassion, this is a hard feeling. This is a really hard feeling. My heart hurts. I feel sad. I'm feeling grief. I'm feeling outrage. But it's easier to hold and accept whatever is coming through when we have community, when we know we're not alone. So you started this healing journey for you, and you have to keep going for you. You are worth all this effort. You are worthy of healing. And you, my friend, already come fully equipped, fully, nothing missing, to heal and restore. Because between your mind and your body and your heart and your spirit, it's all there. It's all there, right? But we've trained hard to become a certain way. Now we're boot camp, retraining. We trained to not trust love. We were trained to not believe we were good. We were trained to believe, to expect the worst, and that to believe that it's because we were bad things happened. That was all training, right? In combination with how our bodies respond under stress and trauma. Sue says here, I don't know where I'd be without this group, especially recently. I hear you. I hear you, Sue. I hear you. Absolutely. I would not be here either if it hadn't been for multiple groups, number of groups that I've been a part of on my healing journey. So that is a safety net, right? Creating the family support system that we did not have. So the two questions: in what way have you demonstrated your love for yourself this week? And what loving thing do you plan to do for yourself today? So I was just thinking this morning as I slept in this morning, because my body woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, bing, wide awake, tossing and turning. Instead of getting mad or frustrated, I got out of bed, got myself a glass of water, got my favorite blanket with me, sat down on the couch, was going to read a little bit, and within like 5 minutes, I was sleepy and laid back down and fell asleep, and then I slept way longer than I usually do. So that was my little self-care this morning, and I was okay with it. And then I went to the gym, and I exercised, moved my body, and I'm happy to report I'm doing some extra weightlifting lately to strengthen this body, and I'm starting to feel great. Love it. Really enjoying it, actually. So It's no longer a burden, because I don't want my body anymore to feel like it's a burden, right? I love this body. I love the spirit that lives inside this body and the heart in this body. What Wanda says, I know what you mean. Just knowing you guys are there got me through the last few days. Yes, yes, Wanda. Yes, Sue. I hear it. And that's it, right? Just the knowing. Like I have someone in my corner, right? If I need to, I can call out and reach out to these people. I am not alone. Trauma, again, right, makes us feel very isolated, very alone, a lot. So part of being in the support group, we are rewiring our brain. We are changing our beliefs. For a long time, we don't believe this is possible because we don't know what it looks like. What does it sound like? What is it actually like to have someone check in on you? After you say you're having a tough day and they follow up, they check in on you. What a concept. I had no idea. I had no idea that there was such a thing out there, that people could care for you in that way. That's something I learned too through my groups. And still long since struggled with, right? Really believing. Really? They're asking? Really? What's the catch? What's the agenda? What do they want? They must want something from me. But again, catching myself in not believing that I was worthy of just genuine love and support. So groups are brilliant, but I know I'm preaching to the choir. So Wanda shared with us today, she says the concept of loving self is currently hard. Right? Be gentle with yourself, my friend. Recently, I had an anxiety attack in public with family members that aren't aware of my trauma experience or totally understanding of my mental illness. I am so embarrassed and feel like a complete failure right now. I'm sorry, Wanda. I'm sorry that you feel that way. So sorry. She goes on to say here, although I'm being told it's okay and they understand, I know they're just being polite. Not isolating and reaching out to my support system is the closest I can to come to loving myself, as well as not believing the lie that my ego is telling me currently. I hear you, Wanda. I hear you, Wanda. Exactly. Thank you, Janet. I was just about to push back on that a little bit. So thank you for catching that. Sweet, sweet Wanda, you are not a failure. Never, ever. Not then, not now, not ever. Not ever. I understand feeling bad about looking bad in front of other people. I understand. I do understand. But I also would love for you to reflect on if this had happened to someone else in your family. If you could pick anybody that was there that day that would have had, a similar experience, would you have judged them? Would you have wanted them to know too that it's okay? Exactly. That's right, Sue. So, Wanda, if that had been somebody else and you had been there, what would you have thought? So again, I understand that inner critic, that part of our inner dialogue things, right? All the stuff that I don't need to say because you know it's all there. Exactly. And I would like to assume that you, my friend, have a lot of loving, caring, supportive people around you. Exactly, Wanda. That's it. They were scared and hurting. And I know you wouldn't have judged. Your heart would have ached for them. Right? So I know it's easy for us to say, exactly, Janet, you would never judge me. You would never judge any of us. Again, this is the self-compassion piece, right? How can I be gentle with myself, reminding myself what I was experiencing was a hard feeling. This was painful. This was sad. This was overwhelming. Yes, I understand, Wanda. Seeing this part of you, yes. But it's not all of you, and it's not even who you are. It's just an experience, an expression, something that was going on with you in that moment. And I'm willing to bet that most of them have already moved on, not even thinking about it. But I know we tend to reflect on it over and over and over again. But be gentle with yourself, Wanda, right? This is you choosing kindness over judgment, choosing connection over isolation, which you have done. You reached out. Just really happy to see that. And being mindful about it, being mindful and noticing, am I overanalyzing? Am I going one extreme or another, right? How can you find exactly how brave of you to have went there at all? You wanted to show up there, be with your family, and you did. So, and this is it, like Janet says, that was a brave moment. That was a brave moment. And just like our friend, right, our friend Brene Brown, she's our friend, right? Is if they're not in the arena, right, doing the work, they don't get to judge, right? It's like we don't want the opinion of people who don't understand. I'm really, I understand how it's hard to separate yourself from that, but to remind yourself, the people that know you and love you and care about you, we get it. And your family members that know and love and adore you, they get it. And we are grateful for you, sweet lady. We are. Exactly. So thank you, Wanda. And like I said, I like that last line that you said, not believing the lie. Not believing the lie. Because fear is a liar. And fear needs fear to sustain itself. That's how I've often remind myself when I feel, obviously I feel things, anxiety or uncertainty or whatever, and a feeling that's coming through more and more. I'm still work in progress. I turn to face it. Hey, fear, All right, what's this about? Why are you here? I really don't have anything to fear right now. I'm safe. I am whatever. I can go through the reality of my situation or where I am at. I'm in my bed, safe bed sleeping. Why are you here? And for me, it's also a good mantra is that freedom is freedom from fear. Freedom is freedom from fear. Because fear takes on all kinds of, masks, or shows up differently for us depending on where we are maybe struggling around our beliefs and our beliefs about ourselves. So good, Wanda. Thank you, friend. And thank you as always for sharing so courageously, so vulnerable. That's you, the Leo, showing up right here, my friend. I can hear you roar. You got this. Sue shares with us today. She says, I've had to be very intentional about taking care of myself recently because my energy, both physical and emotional, has been limited. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, friend. Good to see you. So I'm curious, Sue, if I can put you on the spot. So how does that show up, being intentional? How does that show up for you? I'm just curious. I'm going to keep reading. Take your time. So she goes on to say, both physical and emotional, my energy, both physical and emotional, has been limited. So I've needed to be willing to have my feelings, to let some things I would normally do, let go of some things I would normally do, and to make sure I got enough rest and gentle exercise. I'm loving reading this, Sue. I so love reading this because I know, and here it is. She says, I realize that sounds like just taking it easy, but for me, it has actually been hard work because in the past, I would have driven myself to keep up with everything. And again, Sue, I celebrate you, my friend. I celebrate you. You fought hard for this, to claim this. I know what I need. And you say here, making decisions about what I have the energy to do and being prepared to stop when I needed to. That's brilliant, Sue. That's brilliant. That's huge, my friend, right? Instead of being driven by your nervous system, your biology, I have to be perfect. I have to be good enough. I have to make sure it all looks good. I have to keep up, make sure everybody else is happy. Whew. I am so proud of you. Yes, a big change. All right, slow down. Be patient. Be loving and gentle. That was hard for me too. Very hard for me too. So I totally get it. And I can't imagine right now what you need more than exactly that. And then she goes on to say, and today, which is almost over in UK, I decided to catch up on a number of admin type bits and pieces and then go for a walk in the breezy sunshine. Gradually, I am starting to believe that I am worthy of love and care. That just made my heart sing today, Sue, when I read that, my friend. Yes, yes, yes. And how do you know? How do you know that you are worthy of love and care, Sue? Right? You're no longer waiting for somebody else to come doing it, right? To come loving you, taking care of you. I mean, that's the hard part. Yes, as a community, we can be here and support each other and hold a safe space and encourage and share what works, some suggestions and some tools. But the hard work of healing is when, right, we crawl back inside of ourselves, gradually getting there. Yes. Yes, you are, my friend. You are. And again, it is less about the busy doing than it is about hey, Cindy. Hey, friend. Glad you're here. Well, it's you can always go back and watch the replay, but we're very glad that you're here and would love to hear from you and on the questions. In what way have you demonstrated your love for yourself this week? And what loving thing do you plan to do for yourself today? And my suggestion is, if you can, every day, what are you doing that feels good to you? What sparks joy in you every day? Not just on holidays, maybe on weekends. That's it. Yes, exactly. So Elizabeth, if you want to share what you are doing in your life to work on demonstrating your love for yourself today or this week. So thank you again, Sue, for sharing that. Caring for myself rather than beating myself up. Yes. Yes, exactly. Because that's not helpful at all. Then we keep, right? The reason why we keep beating ourselves up, because, right, we know our past history and the things that we took on and we believed because of that, what happened, because, right, the checklist of all the ways we are bad or broken or something wrong with us or should be ashamed of ourselves, all that. Nope, we're trading those beliefs out for something new, supportive, supporting, loving, encouraging. I'm slowing down with working out. I was getting burned out. I hear you, Elizabeth. I hear you. It's that balance, right? Finding a balance and lead with what feels good. So as I'm working out more, I was telling you guys, I've been lifting a little more weights, and also noticing that if I don't stretch or if I don't take at least a day or two to just do yoga in between when I'm working out with weights, I'm feeling it. My body gets tight. My back starts to hurt. So coming back into slowing things down is a daily practice. Yes, getting to know your body's rhythm, and even just start by, right, sitting back, and just like when I teach people TRE, right, once they start to tremor, we activate the nervous system activation that can release the tension from the body, is that between you and your organic tremors, which are, I think, like your body's intelligence that are traveling through your body, you can ask your body, How do you feel about this? Is this okay? Are you doing okay with this? And the same balance in the practice that we're taking on perhaps when we're learning to feel our feelings, expressing our emotions. It's so important to get those feelings expressed because they're coming up with information. There's tension wrapped up in them, maybe even a story or belief, bringing it up into the surface so we can let it go. So we can let it go, let it go, let it go. So getting to know our body and rhythm. I would love to go on a yoga retreat. I get these daily, oh, I'm sorry, Cindy. Yes, daily yoga, daily meditation. I'm a huge fan of daily meditation. It's starting to be, to me, as important as sleep, drinking water, eating, good food, because I know what happens up here if it's left alone for too long. It's not fun or pretty. So meditation helps to calm down the chatter a little bit, or we become aware of it so we don't buy into it or become attached to it. And yoga, yes, stretch our bodies. Our bodies were built for movement. And just on some days when I'm not going to go walk or run or do tons of weights, I will just stretch. Pull up the yoga mat even in the evenings in front of the TV and do some hip stretches, especially the psoas muscles, which are our soul muscles, the muscles that contract and respond automatically to keep us safe. There's a lot of tension we hold in those muscles. So thank you, guys. Let's see here. Janet shared with us. Janet said, this week, yes, Elizabeth, stretching feels good. Janet says, this week I managed to show up to my therapy, and that is all I have managed. I read a letter I wrote to my dad about the things I needed, but I didn't get from him. It was very emotional, but another part of healing. Good for you, Janet. Good for you. It is powerful. When we practice, whether it is writing it out, we are acknowledging the truth, and your inner child is listening. Your inner child is like, yes, someone knows the truth now. No wonder, right, she is hurt and outraged and scared and doesn't feel good. There was so many needs that weren't being met, and to be able to say it, I know, Janet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I want to celebrate you, my friend. I want to celebrate you for honoring your truth, for honoring the hurt, speaking the hurt, letting it out. Because all that hurts, it lives inside of us. It lives inside of us, and it festers and turns into resentment and anger and, right, seething, deep anger and hurt. And it's toxic. So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You got it out. So I hope perhaps, I know you're working with a great therapist, but if you can find your little girl, sit with her. Just be with her. Right? She knows. Yes, exactly. Yes, she knows. Remind her, yes, baby girl, I'm doing this for you. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. I believe you. I was there. I know you're telling the truth. And she is listening. Good. Yes. Good. Get in touch with that anger, because to little children, not getting their needs met is like life and death. That's right, Wanda. I know you're not alone. Hands up, my friends, right? Who here was afraid of anger? I did not want to have anything to do with anger for a long time because I believed someone would get hurt. That's what I saw growing up. Somebody got hurt when someone got angry. I wasn't going to hurt anybody. Again, I didn't believe or understand that I could express it without, right? Me being in control of it or in charge of it. So I was supported in safely expressing it. And then, right, there's a difference, thank you, Wanda, between, right, anger and outrage. But I also think a lot of what we felt as children and we think is anger is outrage, the injustice. So it helps to express it, write it out with all the ducking words that we needed and wanted to say, all of those. Whew. So good work, Janet. Good work. I hear you, Elizabeth. All the needs that weren't met in childhood left a scar on me. Yes, it does for all of us. It does for all of us. But here's the thing. We can, right, physical scars, right, they're going to be there, but emotional scars and some of the mental capacity that we maybe struggled with growing up, it's never too late to reparent ourselves, become the parent and the protector that you needed. Because the thing is, until we intervene and start to love and care and protect and soothe this wounded little part in here, they are often the ones that get in the way of the relationships here. They're often the ones that step in. And they're the ones having adult relationships, and they're just a child, right? It took me a long time to understand. Hey, sweet girl, no, I'm having this adult conversation with my hubby. You're not a part of it. But for me to, hey, sweet girl, to sit with her and let her express her hurt, her feelings, her needs, right? To go back and, okay, what is it that I can provide for you now? Our parents couldn't. What can I give you now? And so much of it is just attention. So much is just that, hey, baby girl, I see you. Of course you're important to me. And you're my most important relationship, right? I'm always going to be tending to you first, making sure you're happy, making sure you're safe, making sure you feel loved and validated. And we invite them to tell us the truth because they were there too. They remember. And when we work on letting that anger and that outrage come out, we also create a safe place for it. That when this little girl throws a tantrum, I can step in, loving and firm. Hey, sweet girl, I see you are pissed off. Of course you are. Of course, that was horrible. So sorry that happened. That was not your fault. You had no business. So, but I'm here now, sweet girl, and you can, let out all those noises. You can say all the bad words, but I will not let you hurt yourself or anybody else. Right? I'm here and I'll listen. Don't turn away. I will not turn away. So loving but firm. Exactly. Sue, the idea of caring for my inner child has helped me in caring for myself. Exactly, Sue. Exactly. It's just brilliant how that works. And because before I really was connected to my body and wanting to take really good care of it, I was motivated in the beginning because I knew she was in there. This is the home she lives in. How can I do my best to make sure that my body is safe and healthy and calm and peaceful now? She's been through enough stress. So it was worth it. It was scary. But again, remember, the fear is coming from a little part that didn't get to express big feelings. And maybe also this little part that saw big people express big feelings. So no wonder she is scared. But to remind her, hey, baby girl, I'm here now. I'm here now. I will make sure you are safe. I'm not going to let anybody hurt you. Thank you, Wanda, right? It is painful. It is exhausting. It is scary. But one of the most freeing experiences of your journey. That's it, Wanda. That's it. And why is it so painful, exhausting, and scary? Again, because it's the little part of you. It's exhausting because you're releasing a lot of tension that you've been holding on to. You've been carrying this pain for so long. And when we let it go, we feel the exhaust. We feel tired after we release it. We have no idea how tired we were. And that's often what people express when they do TRE. Once they release inner tension, all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, I can't believe how tired I am. It's like, yeah, that's how tired you were. You just didn't notice. Your body was just wound up around it. You couldn't even feel it. So I know. And that's why we ease into that conversation, like any process around the healing journey. It is, but mostly it is about comforting ourselves, being with ourselves, allowing ourselves to feel our feelings, which is the hurt and the sadness, and right in the company of a safe person in the beginning, until we recognize we are learning to do that for ourselves, and in doing it for ourselves, we are learning to do it for our inner children, our inner child. Elizabeth, Wanda says, I ran from my younger self for years, but it always came back to pains I experienced as a child. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. Because those are your feelings, right? That's why it is important we learn to sit with those feelings. And they're temporary, remember? Remember the chart I've shown you guys? Feelings are like an ocean wave. They say if we put a timer on, okay, not always, maybe 2 minutes. But they go up, but we try to control and intervene and repress or avoid or distract when it's on the upswing. Again, right, because we're afraid, we don't know what to expect. Because it does come down. That's right, Sue. It is partly scary because it's new and unfamiliar. But it's part of being human, my friends. It is part of being human, is to feel. Exactly, Elizabeth. That's why I'm glad you're here, my friend, reading through, hearing other people experience or express their experiences. It helps you know, okay, they did it, they can do it, I think I can do it. Thank you, Wanda. Sharon, whoa, that's a long day, my friend. That's a long day. I hope you take good care of your body, sweet lady. Get some rest. Please, please, please get some rest. Take really good care of yourself. So the last piece that Janet shared with us, she says, today I am planning to just chill and let the grief come and go and try to be okay. Self-care. Love to all of you, and always grateful. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much, my friend. I think I missed one piece here, Janet. You said here the second part of writing a letter to your dad is going to be an apology to, you say, an apology to me from him that I never got. He killed himself at age 44. Wow. Wow. That's powerful, Janet. Very powerful, my friend. And I am glad that you are doing that as well. Because as you know, he clearly is no longer around to ever give that apology. But right, for most of us, we'll never get that apology, but we can still make it up. We can write it out in that way. It's amazing what journaling, writing, and reading it, or have someone reading it to you, is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. And as you guys are all sharing, right, most of the healing work we don't do alone. We don't do inside of our bodies or in our minds by ourselves. It's always a dialogue or an exchange. Exactly, Sue, part of reparenting. Part of reparenting, yes. So that exchange, I mean, that's love. It's an exchange. Parenting, support, encouragement, feeling our feelings. As we are learning to feel our own feelings, there is an exchange. We are expanding our capacity to hold ourselves and to bear witness, to accompany ourselves with warmth and kindness. The thing that we needed and didn't get. So giving it to ourselves instead of, right? Because Janet, I mean, that's powerful. You could have said, Janet, doesn't matter. He's not here. I'm not doing it. No, I'm getting that apology. I'm writing that letter. So good for you. Good for you. Yes, exactly. You deserve it. Absolutely. Right? You deserve it as a grown-up, and she deserves it. You're doing it for her, right? to help her put that to rest. Not her fault. Not her fault. Not her fault. So, thank you, Janet. Thank you so, so much. Lovely sharing here today, my friends, as always. Yeah, I think so, Wanda. Yeah, I think maybe we need to come up with a trophy for badassery. Let me see what we can come up with. But if you find something, let me know. But our card for today, one day she woke up and decided to trust life. I don't know who needed this message today. Because every day there is something to learn, something to experience, something to open up to hope and possibility, change, choice. You're welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, as always, for being here, for the love and support you guys give to each other. It is priceless, priceless, as you know, to share your vulnerable breakdowns, breakthroughs, victories, and to be seen and heard and validated. That's the healing part. That's the exchange. Human to human, heart to heart. Love you guys. Love you too. Again, my apologies. I won't try to do that again. Set up a link to YouTube. Won't do that again. But hey, I'm learning. And I'm perfectly imperfect. Thanks, friends. Thank you all. I'll see you back here on Thursday, same time, same place. Until then, thanks for the hearts on Periscope or thumbs up here on YouTube. I appreciate that so much. Have a beautiful few days until I see you next time. Thanks, friends. Bye now.